away from her, you bitch!
Hey guys, I am back again for another figure review on the second channel, and at this point it's becoming a rarity, but thankfully I'm trying my best not to make it a rarity. So we're back at it with reaction figures from Funko / Super 7, whatever the heck the collaboration was at that point, but it could be interpreted anyway, so this is just reaction figures. And while I've already planned this, and right now things have been a little rocky when it comes to the delivery of these dang figures, I decided that I'm just gonna go ahead and take a look at one of these things, like in some sort of category on their own, like one set for one video and the other set for the other video, sort of like that. But I already mentioned this on my last channel, my first channel, that I'm definitely going to be taking a look back at the Aliens toy line for any of the toy lines when it comes to Alien in general, because it's been a long while since I did my last review on the Funko Super 7 reaction Alien Big Chat figure, which is right there. It's been a while since I reviewed that little guy. But yeah, it's been a while. I thought I was going to be collecting more of the figure line from the first Alien movie, but I just realized that I don't know really. I guess someday I will complete that collection, but at the same time, I decided to focus on my most favorite Alien movie, Aliens. And what way to start this series of videos off by taking a look at a set that I meant to get right alongside that one time, the Aliens Ripley Power Loader Queen Alien 3-pack. This was something that I don't have any idea why I missed out on this set. I mean, my goodness, man, it's been a good freaking long time. This came out in 2016. Like, I missed out on this. What the heck happened? What even happened? Came out on the 30th anniversary of this movie. Missed out on this. Such an amazing looking set. Oh, look, go ahead and turn the light back on. I need to be dim so you can see a better look at the package. So this is how the package looks, and of course I obviously bought this, and it's a little bit of a banged up condition in the package entirely. Like, oh, if I'm gonna find an affordable one, this is the only one I've found so far. So the package, aside from it being all damaged a little bit, it does look pretty nice. With the Aliens logo over here, the 3-pack Ripley Power Loader and Alien Queen there, the Xenomorph looking menacing over to the side. If it's supposed to be Alien vs Predator Xenomorph, it still doesn't matter. It still looks pretty dang cool. Also, I like Alien vs Predator. Just the first movie. Anyways, reaction figures with the black colored logo instead of blue. Aliens logo up there. Age 14 plus, like most of the Funko reaction toys that came out at that time. And we get a window seeing the Queen Alien and Ripley in the Power Loader. On the other side, Aliens logo, Ripley, Power Loader, Alien Queen reaction figures, and the face of the Xenomorph. Same thing on the other side. I'm just going to assume the other side has it. And then at the back, which is kind of funny, this one has a typo in terms of its description, but it does have this really cool basic looking backside that's showing Ripley fighting off the Queen Alien in the Power Loader. But it's Hudson's quote is what I'm laughing at. It's like, we already know that's it, man, game over, man, game over. And then there's a typo over here. Like, I'm just gonna go correct it and say, what are we supposed to do now, huh? What are we gonna do? But really, they forgot to put do on here. Fully posable for maximum action. It's obviously just 5 points of articulation. And that's basically it for the back of the package. Nothing else special on either way. Let's go ahead and take this whole set out of the package. I can't wait to get this out. It's been a long time coming. Alright, so we have the 3-pack loose out the package, and it is pretty much as I expected it to be. Really nice out of the package, and yeah, they just all look really nice. I really do like the Ellen Ripley figure mostly. Like, this one is just such a great looking figure. We're going to take a closer look at the Ripley figure first. I just can't get over how cool this figure looks in general. And yeah, I do have the 2019 release version, which we'll be taking a look at way later in the future. But this figure in general, I like this one mostly for the detail they packed in, especially having the capturing Sigourney Weaver's likeness as Ellen Ripley in this figure, and it does look a lot better. Just in terms of capturing that likeness, making her look like Sigourney Weaver. It does look pretty nice for what the figure is. And again, like I said, the figure's detailing of how her shirt, the shells and buckles around her waist, everything, just looking exactly how she looked in the film, and they did a really good job. And this is the 2016 release, so it's not the new one. The new one's a lot more Kenner-esque. This one is basically like if Kenner decided to get a little bit more detail in there, which was probably around the 90s. So this somehow reminds me more of a 90s action figure than it does an 80s action figure, because 80s is a little less detailed, but it's still much more cool looking here. So again, that likeness is really freaking good. It really does match the Sigourney Weaver. Again, detail down here, like they got good texturing on certain areas, and even her shoes look just as detailed as they could look. I mean, looking at this figure overall, it looks really incredible in terms of the detailing. They got it all down. So this figure just looks really nice. Simple 5 points of articulation like every other old Kenner style figure from this Reaction toy line, or at least most of them for what I've bought. But again, Ellen Ripley looks really nice. I don't have any other words to say other than that fact that she looks so good. Like, such a really good pleasure owning this figure, and even if it's one of the more pricier toys to find, I had to get lucky because again, I was literally I'm on a budget most of the time. But yeah, this was just such a nice pleasure owning this figure now. Can't wait to unbox the other version, but I have to wait until all the other figures come in because again, I'm waiting a certain time to go unbox that and I'll compare that later on in the future. But overall, very freaking epic Ellen Ripley for this classic looking Kenner style and for Reaction. So that's Ellen. Just going to look at that. I want to take a look at her power loader next because it's also really cool looking, but it does have some issues, as I've seen in some videos. But again, the power loader is really incredibly detailed for what it is, with this standard basic pose as usual because it's Kenner, but it's Reaction, not Kenner. The arms do move up and the claws over here rotate as they should. The legs apparently don't move, which is another issue. That's like a real big flaw. They look like they could move. As you can see, there's a seam line right there, but they're obviously not moved. They look like they're just glued in place. But aside from that, does definitely look really good. I could probably put Ellen Ripley in there now, but I'm gonna go a little detail again because again, the detailing of this power loader looks pretty impressive. What it is does got its stickers. Power loader 2, and then it's got the siren on here, which looks like it is completely on a separate piece. I guess it is. It does look like a separate piece glued down. Not sure because you can definitely see through it a little bit. Looks pretty nice. The seat's got its details popped in as well. Yeah, everything looks nicely detailed and nicely painted. I don't think there's any other quality control issues on it considering that it came out in 2016, but this is more of a basic figure line, and I don't think quality control should be like the biggest concern unless the joints are like loose or something. But yeah, just looking at the detailing of this whole power loader and the hatch opening up, or this part opening up and closing, it works, and it is pretty detailed for what it is. Just overall very nice looking power loader. We can go ahead and put Ellen Ripley inside the power loader. She can fit down with the 2 peg holes underneath there. If I can get it in there just about right. Looks like I can. Oh, I think I did. Okay, so she's in. And try to hop her in and latch her with the control panels on her hands to make sure she fits it snugly. She might not be able to completely have full control in terms of movement, considering that it would be a little bit difficult, but I will probably move. You know, I might as well go ahead and just hold it up like this to make sure I don't want to break the handles off, because I did see a video where one of the power loader panels broke off when they raising the arms up too much. And well, there we go. That's how it's gonna look. She looks pretty nice in it. She fits in. A little bit difficult to try to get the panels to stick to her hands, but at the same time, it only works when it's just steady on, like, just steady on somewhere without trying to break the power handles off, or without trying to release the hatch to be open. It's a little difficult to try to get it the way you want it to look, but overall, she does fit in there, and she looks quite nice inside it. So that's it for the power loader, and now Ripley's in it. Now let's go and take a look at the Queen Alien, which for some reason should be way bigger, but it's basically a little smaller than expected. But it is a nicely detailed Queen Alien. It does have some upmitting features, like, you know, There's no open or closed mouth. There's no inner mouth to go ahead and retract out. And my particular queen alien is having loose legs, having a little bit of a difficult time to stand up. But hey, she's lucky she's got a tail to balance downward. But yeah, this queen alien, a little bit disappointed because the legs are kind of loose on here. It's somehow, I don't know what happened really, but again, I bought this with a banged up package, but I didn't expect the whole dang thing to have loose legs. But she can still stand up though, so it's not too much of a deal breaker. But let's take a closer look at the queen alien because she looks really nice regardless of my issues with it. Because again, it's nicely sculpted for what it is, basic enough, but also really nicely detailed, capturing the Stan Winston creature that is designed by that crew. Very nice and shiny paint that they applied on it, but it's really just, maybe it's the plastic that is really painted like this, or it may be just, I don't know. But it looks really great for what it is, and it's got, like, I'm assuming 5 points of articulation, of course, swiveling head, 2 swivel arms, and 2 legs to swivel around. The tail does not move, it is on a stationary pose, and this, that kind of feels a little flimsy. That feels like it could break off a little bit if there was too much force to it, because it's a separate piece. Okay, now I find out it's a separate piece. It doesn't feel like it's a little bit durable, but other than that, other than those little flaws like my loose legs and the tail that could possibly break, does look pretty nice. Oh yeah, here's the bottom details, seeing how the legs look. Again, nicely sculpted overall, capturing the way the queen alien looks from the film, but it's in such a small scale. I mean, I know they wanted to be I know the scale is a little bit bigger, like matching it with the Kenner queen alien, which I did see a comparison on how big this is compared to the queen from Kenner, the basic, much more common to buy Kenner queen alien figure, not the one that's in an expensive playset. I mean, yeah, sure, that dang thing is a lot bigger, but still, like, right alongside the fitting scale with Ellen Ripley and the Power Loader. And if we are going to take a look at comparison between Queen Alien, I mean, here's the Big Chap Xenomorph, which is almost on the same scale. Like, basically, just feels like a bit of a younger Queen Alien, like juvenile scale. It's kind of funny, really. So yeah, other than those few issues, it's just so nice overall. Owning it all around. Really, the start of this Power Loader set, or this finale pack, as I would call it, the Alien finale pack. The whole start of the show is really the Ellen Ripley figure. It's like the only figure that's like the best, in my opinion. I mean, that would have gone to the Queen Alien if it weren't for her loose legs. And the Power Loader's just got, well, no legs to move. But it is pretty cool. This whole set is pretty cool overall. I guess that is going to be it for this review of the Alien Finale 3-pack. I'm just going to call it the Finale 3-pack with Ellen Ripley, Power Loader, and the Queen Alien from Funko Reaction Super 7. This is a pretty nice set overall. Just really pleasing to finally own this set after so long of literally missing out or holding it off, and literally entirely. It's just such a fun set, despite some of my issues and despite some of the freaking problems I'm already having with the set and the Queen Alien literally losing its balance at certain degrees. But despite those issues, I definitely still think that this is a pretty nice set. I mean, yeah, I will definitely be picking up another Queen Alien though. I'll definitely probably pick up the Kenner Queen Alien someday, because again, if I want to try to go the affordable route, I would. Overall, that is it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yes, there will be more Alien figure reviews coming soon, and I'll be seeing you guys later.